What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Season 4 of NHL 24 Minnesota Wild Franchise Mode Series. As always, guys, thank you so much for supporting these videos. You could also leave a thumbs up on this one. I'd really appreciate it. As you guys can see there, we're currently 3-1-1 in the preseason. Brock Faber kind of going off. He's got 8 assists right now in 5 games. If you guys missed the last episode, hopefully you can go and check it out. But if not, we actually made the playoffs. Unfortunately, we're out in the first round. Maple Leafs won the Stanley Cup, but good to know our plan, has worked so far. The first 2 years we rebuilt, we were actually able to land the first overall pick. Third year already in the playoffs. I'm hoping this year we can actually, make it out of the first round. So looking at the team, I think we definitely have a good chance for that to happen. As you guys can see here, the first line, we got Kaprizov, Rossi, and Panarin added to the team. I think Panarin and Kaprizov could be a sick duo, especially too. Rossi had a career year last season, playing with those two elite players on his wings. The reason why he can't be a point per game guy. Second line here, you got Lekkerimaki, 86 now. Konstantinov, 87 with Boldy, 88. Third line, you got Firstov, Eriksson, Demidov. Someone said put Demidov on the second line side of Lekkerimaki, but we lose chemistry, plus Lekkerimaki there is higher rated. Fourth line, I think, is actually quite solid. Yurov, Ostlund, Ogren should be able to hold that down. Defensively here, we brought in Chikrin, which gives us +5 count in the first pair, playing him with Brock Faber, who's a 90 overall now, still growing. Definitely looking like that number one defenseman we hoped he'd be. Second pairing here, Adam Larson, Lane Hudson. So you got the defensive guy, the offensive guy. Hudson, too, I just noticed, 99 passing, 93 offensive awareness. Solid shot on him as well, good skater. Really hoping he can pop off. We got Lambo, Spurgeon there on the bottom pair. Goaltending-wise, of course, Wallstedt's our starter. Zavragin backing him up. You look at the power play here, you get +5 count on the first one. It looks good. Second one here, made sure to have Hudson on. I think I've actually got him on the first 4-man just to give him hopefully a little bit extra ice time. Then look at the PK. I feel like it's actually pretty solid. We got some better defensive defensemen now. I feel like our bottom 6 guys, our role players, can play the PK quite good. So hopefully this team can make it back in the playoffs. And like I said, actually get out of the first round. Now, look at the AHL team here. They should also be quite solid. First line, you got Yzerman, Hagens, and Genla. Like, come on. Yzerman, Hagens here, don't worry. Both of them are role depth forward, so shouldn't affect their growth playing first line AHL. And definitely next year they're going to call up. I think, honestly, Hagens might take over for Konstantinov, and then Yzerman might take over for Firstov. Both these guys are on expiring deals. In terms of the, Wizard of Oz line, we still have Kaprizov, we still have Demidov, so might just be a duo because I don't think Yurov will, quite be playing with them. But after that, you got Riley Heidt there, Turcotte, Stramel, so a couple of recent Mr. Wild picks, actually. Ovchinnikov. I mean, overall, AHL team looks good to me. McIsaac and Peart on the top pair. Lander, Alexiev, O'Rourke, spot check. Whitehead here is our starting goalie, 80 overall. Vinny backing him up. We've also got Daigle going back to junior. We also got Matthew Schaefer in junior as well. So I think this team, is quite stacked. Good young players still coming. And before we start simming, guys, I'll show our ratings for this season. We got 100 offense, 83 defense, 87 goaltending. And again, I think our defense definitely going to play better than 83. So let's see what happens. But next year, guys, look at contract extensions. As you can see, most of our top players are locked up. We got $9.5 million in cap space. Konstantinov here, as I mentioned, needs a new deal. Extension dollars, we got 15. He wants 6. Again, if Hagen's coming up on an entry level, it makes a lot more sense. So if we're not a playoff spot, definitely could trade him. Otherwise, I think we'll hold on. Especially he's an RFA, actually, so he'll have value. First off here is actually a pending UFA, though. So it might make sense to do a little sign and trade, kind of get an extension in the works. Could still keep him. Worst case, he would just be a super 4th liner. $5 million, 2 years. Let's do that just to make sure we keep that value. Ostlund here is be playing 4th line center, so might ask for a bit more. 800 carry now. I think 1.5 million. He's already in 83. That's actually a really fair ask by him. Probably could get him honestly even cheaper, but I am fine with that. Lane Hudson going to be playing quite a bit for us. Only wants 2 million. Only need him for 4 more years. 3.65. All right, so I mean, if he says yes to 3.5, I think this could be one of the best contracts in the NHL. Yurov here as well, solid 4th liner for us. He wants 3 million. It's a bit for a 4th liner. I think if he's playing less minutes, he should ask for less. Ogren here as well, hasn't really made NHL yet. I feel like we could get him locked up for $1 million or 4 years. That's a steal as well. Wallstedt here on that 2-year bridge deal, making $100 million. Now he wants to get paid. 4 years for him, sees him making 7. 2 years is pretty fair. If we do 4.75, he should just keep getting better. Also, Peart here is in the AHL. Wants 825K, so let's do a 2-year bridge, 900K. That way, if we have him coming up next year to replace Spurgeon, we'll be set. Obviously, I did mention how he was getting native chemistry, but right now he is our only option unless Willander can pass him in rating. So we'll see what all those guys say. I did have to sign one more scout, I think. Again, scouts look pretty good. I'll show you guys actually after we hear back from all those dudes. Looks like I actually simmed one less preseason game on accident as well. Ogren, 4 years, $1 million. Ostlund, 4 years, 1.5. So I think those two guys will be very good duo for us on the 4th line. Maybe even 3rd line eventually. Playing with Lekkerimaki. Peart said yes. Was it 2 years, 900K? Lane Hudson said yes. I think that was a great deal as well. In terms of our cap situation, we should be set. I was a little bit worried, bringing in Panarin, Chychrun. Would we have the money? Wallstedt there as well, the 2-year bridge. First off said yes. Again, probably am going to be trading him away. And also, too, guys, as I mentioned, in terms of the scouting situation, just want to give you a quick little update. So you can see a lot of A's in the mix now, mostly B's, only a few C's, which obviously helps scouting. I think, too, this is the last year it'll be low, and then the next 4 years will be medium. This is kind of an interesting trade-off for guys. Florida Panthers here want to give us 2 seconds of Bobrovsky for Eriksson Ek. Definitely saying no. We're actually at the end of December now with a record of 21-9-3, so we're playing very well. And what's crazy too is we should honestly have an even better record. For some reason, beginning of December, I don't know what was going on with the guys. Maybe American Thanksgiving, they were kind of tired because ended up losing 6 straight. Luckily, bounced back pretty good. I think they only lost 1 game since then. So yeah, they definitely responded. AHL team, 17-1, second in the division. So very happy with how both teams are playing here. Leading scorer at this point is Lekkerimäki, 29-33. Did not expect to see his name. I thought for sure it'd be Kaprizov or Panarin. AHL-wise, it's Hagens over a point per game. So I'm liking how both these teams are playing. Hopefully they keep it up here towards the trade deadline. All right, guys, with the deadline now, continue to play really well. 39-16-7 record there, which gives us second in the division, 1 point back the Avalanche with a game in hand. So, I mean, pretty safely in a playoff spot. Like we have a 20-point lead there on the last wild card that the Jets hold. AHL team, first in the division, 72 points. 35-16-2. Good to see that top line carrying them through. Hagens has 56 points, 53 games. Love it. In terms of the NHL team, Lekkerimäki still continuing to put up a point per game. He's got 35 goals as well, so that is so awesome to see. I was not expecting a career year from him, and I would say at this point we're a full-fledged buyer. Like, obviously I'm not going to trade away, Hagens or Eisman, who are in the AHL for us, but first-round picks, any other prospects I don't really see being part of this team, I definitely will. Wow. Quinn Hughes on the block. 1 year left, so there's a chance he could be available in free agency. I mean, he was the guy I was hoping to eventually get. Maybe I could have waited instead of signing Chychrun. JJ Moser has been insane. He's 92 overall. He's expiring. Arizona has him on the block. You got Renski there, Shea Theodore. Oh my goodness. You have your pick of the litter in terms of left-handed defensemen. Top 4 guys are all available. Hurdle, Stone, Lindholm, Hartman, Johnny Gaudreau, Lone Couture. Some pretty sick players available at the trade deadline. St. Louis here wants a first-round pick and Ivankovic for Krug and Gudis. Definitely saying no to that. All right, guys, we're trying to make a small trade here at the Vegas Golden Knights. So I have Alex Pietrangelo on the block. 8.8 million salary, 1 year left. I got the retaining 50%. Don't have to, but just in case we make one more trade. 83 overall. Basically, I'm thinking he'll take over Spurgeon on the bottom D pair. 91 D awareness. He's a veteran. Just need him for 1 year. Offered up a 4th-round pick. Like, this is so cheap to get him. Honestly, I'm seeing it now. I don't think it'll be enough. Trade rejected. Yeah, the value is a bit more on their side. Even though they like the 4th, Pietrangelo on the block. I mean, bet on ourselves. We'll do a 3rd rounder instead. Trade still rejected. With only about an hour remaining, might not make another trade, so might as well just take the whole salary on. And there we go. So 3rd round pick for Pietrangelo. Reason being for that, guys, I actually didn't realize till the deadline, but Jared Spurgeon's out of 78. So he'll stay in the NHL. He's still our captain, but he'll be our captain from the press box, I think. Like, how would they even work in real life? You're scratching your captain. I don't think you'd rip the C off him. I mean, mid-season, that seems kind of rude, but yeah, I don't think he's one of our best players anymore. So, again, Pietrangelo comes in. Could maybe add something else, but like the team's 40-16-7. Only had to give up a 3rd there to address our biggest need, which was the right side of the bottom D pair. Apart from that, like, I'll look around and see if there's anyone else, who's quite good we can get for cheap. Wow, Mark Scheifele just got offered to us. $8.5 million for 5 more years. Adam Larson going back the other way. Sans Galchenyuk. He probably is better than Rossi, unless he's dropped in rating. Yeah, he's an 86. He's the same as Rossi. He's 33. He's 40-60 right now. I don't think it makes sense for us, but definitely a cool offer there from the Jets. And so the trade deadline is now complete, guys. I couldn't find another trade that really made sense for us. Again, I think our team's playing really well. Pietrangelo hopefully will be like that missing piece for us. So looking here, we got Brendan Dillon going to the Flames, Rachesky to the Devils, Jake Bean to the Kraken, our trade for Pietrangelo, Peak there to the Kraken, Virgilio to the Blackhawks, Nicholas Hague to the Leafs. I was actually looking at him, but he had more value, so I figured we'll just go with the cheaper veteran guy. Oliver Bonk there to the Knights, Shea Theodore to the Hurricanes. That's actually kind of huge. And yeah, Vegas Golden Knights get back 2 first-round picks. Mark Stone to the Stars. Vegas gets a 1st, 2nd, and Venetian for him. So they're selling, but getting a ton of picks back in return. Fogle returns to the Oilers. Andrew Kopp to the Flyers. Zetterlund there to the Senators. Let's see. Samuelson to the Penguins. JT Miller to the Islanders. I think that was actually a rumored trade before Horvat went there last year. Crosby gets traded to the Florida Panthers. Wow. So we actually re-signed with the Penguins in free agency, and then they ended up trading him anyways. Just doing him a favor, I guess, which is actually cool, though. So Crosby was in Pittsburgh, mentoring Gavin McKenna as we hoped. Montreal gets a first-round pick, plus Lombardi for Michael Matheson and Toivo Teravainen. Pretty big trade between Detroit and Montreal there to start off the day. So definitely a good deadline. Again, like I said, that was a big-time trade. Obviously, JT Miller to the Islanders, and then, of course, Vegas has moved straight in Stone and Theodore. And now to the trade deadline, guys, obviously no change to the forward group. Defensively, I've actually got Pietrangelo on the second pair with Larson on the bottom, simply because Pietrangelo will get -2 on the bottom pairs. And honestly, I'm fine with that. Just gives our team more depth. Larson's playing higher up in the PK anyways, so should be, you know, pretty equal ice time. Hopefully, Hudson plays well with Pietrangelo there. Overall, very happy with how this team's looking, so see what happens the last month and a half, and I'm optimistic both teams can make a deep playoff run. And it's the end of the season, guys. We have a record here of 51, 22, and 9. Hitting the 50-win mark is definitely nice. 111 points on the year. Avalanche had 118. It looks like we actually have a rematch here with the Dallas Stars in the first round, so hopefully we can kind of get our revenge. I was looking through, too, some really good teams. Sabres 118. Bruins, Maple Leafs both had 100+. The Metro, though, not that solid. Like, all their teams there in the high 80s, low 90s. Making the playoffs. The Ducks are also looking like a juggernaut, 114 points. Definitely be tough here in the playoffs. Because the Dinov, are you kidding me? I didn't give him a contract. He ends up leading our team in points, 74. Was not expecting that. AHL-wise, Hagen, 79 and 70. Again, should be getting the call up to the NHL next season. So, very curious to see like where everyone finished this year. Lekkerimäki, 73. So that second line was just doing so well. Rossi, 70. Kaprizov, 69. Panarin, 67. I mean, why did these guys like not perform as well? This is Panarin's worst year in quite some time. Technically 21, but he played like half a season. So I don't really know what it is. You'd think they'd be a sick duo. Kaprizov here back-to-back, having like 60-ish points. He had 50 more shots this year, better plus minus. I mean, interesting. I'm not really sure what the answer is because Rossi did better than both of our, you know, supposed to be superstars. Faber, 67 points. That's awesome from our number one defenseman. Definitely could even jump up to a 91 this summer. Boldy, 64, I'm happy with that. Also, too, like, we had 7 guys there, 60-plus points, so can't complain. Demidov was one off, 84 overall now. He's got another year on his entry level, so he's definitely going to continue to grow. Eriksson Ek had 50, so 9 guys. I mean, Lane Hudson was one off at 50. That'd be 10 players on the team at 50-plus points. Also, too, I think Hudson, 49, should also grow. Chychrun, 41. Maybe it's just the fact that so many guys on this team are putting up points. I think that, you know, could be the answer. Pietrangelo with us, 6 points in 19 games to +1. I mean, he scored a lot more with us than he did with Vegas, so not too bad. Has dropped in rating already, but still much higher than Spurgeon was. Taking a look here at Wallstedt, 903, 297. You'd like a bit more from 87 overall goalie, but it's also not terrible. Zamrigan below 900. Mike replaced next year by Whitehead, 908. Vinny actually, better numbers. He could be the AHL starter next season. And I'm behind Hagens here at 79 points. Eisman at 73. A few more goals. Ginla, 58. After that, pretty big drop off. Like I said, the top line, especially Hagens, Eisman, really just carrying that AHL team. And I'll look at the entire league here, guys. McKinnon actually wins the Art Ross Trophy, 113, followed by Matthews, McDavid. McCarr, 97. He sims so well. Marner, Pasternak, Rantanen, Jack Hughes. Nick Robertson, interesting. The 17 goals with 74 assists. Looking like a defenseman stat line. Matthews at 72 goals. Actually hits the 70 mark. McCarr there, obviously leading all defensemen. Alexander Nikishin has grown into a beast for the Hurricanes. 92 overall. Goalies here, Georgi Viken leads the way and wins. Tyler Jeremy Swayman, he's up to an 88. Save percentage here for a starter is Swayman, 925, so probably winning the Vezina if he's tied for wins and has the best save percentage. Also has the lowest goals against, so yeah, definitely he should be winning it. And then rookie skaters here, Zellweger, 67 points. If it wasn't for him, Demidov would have got it. 59 points, +9. How is Zellweger just making the NHL right now at 23? I swear he was playing for the Ducks last season. Let me take a look here. He must have been scratched because, yeah, he did not play the 25-26 season. They had him scratched the entire time. Makes no sense, but 87 overall now. He had a huge year, so respect. Demidov, though, would definitely be a nominee, which is pretty cool. Also, Gavin McKenna here with the Penguins, 57 points, -25. 89 overall already, though, in his first year. That's pretty sick. Again, obviously getting mentored there by Crosby. Lane Hudson, this was his rookie season. I did not realize that, but I forgot. He was playing the AHL when we traded for him last year. Only played 20 games, so I think it's like literally the max for a rookie. So, wow. We had 2 of the top 5 rookies with 2 of the best players in the AHL on the way. Our team's definitely in a good spot. And now look at the standings here, guys. As I mentioned, Buffalo, Colorado both went off. So I guess Buffalo there win the Presidents due to regulation overtime wins. We got 4th the entire league. We cannot be upset. Definitely an awesome year for us. Top 16 all get in. Nobody got screwed. Last place is the Pittsburgh Penguins. So Chance to go first overall again. Goals for, we were third in the NHL. So scoring-wise, we're good. Even though, Kaprizov and Panarin don't look like it. Again, it's because we have such good depth. Goals against, we're somewhere in the middle. So defense still could be a little bit better. But I guess, we can be satisfied. But as I mentioned, don't want to be a first-round exit. I want to, continue to move on here. So we'll take a look at that Dallas Stars team. See what changes they made from last season. I know last year I thought they were the better team. This year I'm not so sure. So Robertson, Hintz, that's right. They traded for Mark Stone. That's big. Paul Mary on the second line with Stankoven, Iaffello. Abrazizi there with Johnston, Delandria. Asamont, Sagan, Schwartz. Their offense doesn't look as good as it was last year. They still have Heiskanen, Lindell, Harley on the left side. No Ryan Suter here. Don't have to worry about him, getting revenge against us. Andre, though, still in net. 78 Quick, who's 41 years old, is his backup. So I feel like this year it's definitely much more of an even match. We'll see what happens. We are going to have the home ice advantage as well, so might give us a bit of a boost. I don't think it actually affects the sim at all, but you never know. Maybe there's something going on there. So first 2 games in Minnesota, 2-0 win, 2-1 loss. All right, I'll take 1-1. At least, we're not getting swept. 8-3 win in Dallas. That was big. 5-3 loss. All right, so 2-2 here through 4. Game 5 back home. 4-1 win. Had to win one of the next 2 in this Minnesota North Star, Minnesota Wild matchup. 4-3 OT win Game 6. We get it done. And next to the second round, we have the Colorado Avalanche, who obviously won the President's Trophy. Or, sorry, they got second place. Buffalo won the Presidents. Panarin, much better in the playoffs. Over a point per game. Now look at the Avs here, guys. They got Letkin playing first line with McKinnon, Rantanen, 96 and 94. So sick. And Chushkin, Middlestat still there. Kovalenko, Ross Colton still there as well, playing with Sam Bennett, Joey Anderson. Fourth line, I mean, it's not bad for a fourth line. Defensively, Taze McCarr is probably the best pairing in the league. Boquist on the team now is Gerard. Bayron's there. And Walker they actually re-signed. I wonder how much they get paid. 4.4. Goaltending here, Yorgi Star. He's only an 85, so this is a good team. I mean, clearly 118 points. They're a good team, but I think we can hang with them. We had 2 less wins in the season. In our last 10 games, we actually have a better record. So let's see what happens. They do have the home ice advantage. I got to play in that higher altitude one extra game, but should be okay playing in a rink. And let's see. Lose the first 2. 5-1, 4-2. Head on to Minnesota now. And 3-1 loss. And a 7-0 win. All right, we did not want to get swept. We came out way more urgency than them. Game 5. 3-1 loss. All right. So luckily this year we did make it past the first round, which is what I said I wanted. Unfortunately, we make it to the second round. No sweep. We are getting better every single year. Maybe, year 5 we'll make it to the conference final. Year 6, Stanley Cup, the way it's going. Panarin there, 13 points, 11 games. Looked really good in the playoffs. AHL team, there's no way. Rockford Ice Hogs there. We beat in 4. Then we lost the Texas Stars in 5. And the playoffs are now complete, guys. Buffalo Sabres there actually went on to win the Stanley Cup. So the President's Trophy winners finally get it done. And the Calder Cup champions there are the Colorado Eagles. Wow, and look at this. Lottery results are in. Pittsburgh getting first overall. Back-to-back first overall pick. They're like the Oilers. And Florida there jumps from 8 to 2. So literally, Penguins, real life? They got Fleury 1, Malkin 2, Crosby 1. Now they're getting McKenna 1. And probably Landon DuPont 1 in this draft, unless there's a random franchise player. So I'll take a look here at the playoff tree, at the awards. Good on Buffalo winning it. I hope Jeff Skinner was still there. Obviously, real life, he just hit 1,000 games play without having a single playoff game. I feel bad for him. Oh my goodness. Utter domination by the Sabres. Swept the Devils. Swept the Bruins. Islanders actually took them to 6 games, and then they swept the Avalanche, who tied them in points in the regular season. That was like the battle of the juggernauts. Best team in the East in the regular season, best team in the West, and Buffalo didn't give them a single game. Wow. 16-2 playoff run. That's incredible. Tons of respect to them. Behind Panarin there. Kaprizov was a point per game. -1 though. Kozadinov had 9 and 11, now an 88. Couple X factors. I'm not sure what we're going to do with him. I thought Higgins would take his spot, but we got, but he's playing too well. We'll see what he asks for in terms of money, but 9 offensive awareness there. He's very, very good. Faber at 8 points. Same with Boldy. Lekermaki 7. Rossi, Chikrin. Wallstedt 9.24, 2.53. He was, again, showing up for us in the playoffs. He's now an 88. Definitely don't have to get a new goalie, that's for sure. In terms of the awards here, guys, again, Buffalo Sabres win the Stanley Cup, President's Trophy, Prince of Wales, clean sweep for them. McKinnon Ross Trophy breaks McDavid's streak. Also got the Hart. McCarr, James Norris, 4th straight year. Also got the Lady Byng for the 3rd time in 4 years. Zellier, of course, got the Calder. So if he actually played last season, 25 games or whatever it was, I think Demidov would have won it. You got Dahlin there getting the Conn Smythe. Swayman got the Vezina as we predicted. Yorgi, though, William Jennings, back-to-back years. Pellick, Bill Masterton. Winnipeg coach Jack Adams. I thought maybe we could have got it this year last, but very tough award to win in this game. Sheriff there on the Flyers, Selke Trophy. I'm actually not sure who that is. McKinnon, Ted Lindsay, and then Matthews there, Maurice Richard. He's also going back-to-back. AHL awards here. We actually didn't get any with Hagens. O'Reilly, most goals. Fine to see him down there. Peterson, best goalie back-to-back years. Okay. Porter Martone, sportsmanship. Good for Montreal. They got, like, obviously solid player coming in. Again, Eagles there won the Calder Cup. And we actually won the regular season. I didn't even realize that. So, AHL team did quite well. I think if Hagens, Eiserman are both graduating this season, though, probably not going to, be as good next year. And next year, guys, we'll take a look at retired players. Alex Ovechkin calls it quits. 1,791 points, 972 goals, does beat Gretzky's record. Kopitar there was at the Oilers, or actually Bakersfield, down to 79. Blake Wheeler, actually thought about, picking up at the deadline, but his contract had 2 years left. I didn't want to pay it. Obviously, knowing he retired, I might have. Phil Kessel retires. Everyone was saying I shouldn't have signed him, but I mean, I thought it was kind of fun. And he actually played a whole other season in Colorado, so I think his Ironman streak's never going to be beat, but you never know. Matt Duchene there retires, Jeff Carter, Erik Karlsson, Pittsburgh's really rebuilding, Roman Josi, Jordan Eberle, Chris Letang, wow, yeah, Pittsburgh losing everybody, Victor Hedman, some pretty big names, John Carlson, Ryan Suter, another shout out to him. Obviously, him and Parise retiring there in back-to-back years, so yeah, what a retirement class. And as I was in this video, guys, I realized it just showed Jared Spurgeon retiring at the bottom of the page. I unfortunately did not realize this when I was on this screen, but later in the video I do. Goaltenders here, you got Martin Jones. So the goalies don't quite compare to the skaters, but still. And so on to the draft now, guys. As I mentioned, I was taking a look at the draft class. You've actually got a franchise player who's going to go first overall above Landon Dupont. So I think the Penguins there are going to have Tagley here and McKenna as their top line for years to come. Dupont going to the Panthers. Bunch of guys there, medium elite, but I'll take a look here at gems. We do have our first round pick still. Are you kidding me? Stumple, Slovakian goalie, guaranteed medium elite. Belmer, low elite, but he's a gem, gonna go real late. Hilbert, that's like a third rounder, also a gem. Okay, so our scouts are doing pretty good. Find that mean gem. Same with Antilli here, most likely low elite. Another late pick. So anybody potentially got this Norwegian goalie, Clarkson. Could be high elite. I'm going to guess he's like a high starter, but still late third rounder. That'd be good value. All right, guys. So next year, I'm trying to make a big time trade with the Canucks. Obviously, Quinn Hughes expiring contract. They did not extend him. One of the best defensemen in the league. 94 overall. Definitely a difference maker. Him and Faber on the top pair with like Chikrin Hutz on the second would be nuts. It's kind of funny too. I look at the Canucks and behind Pedersen here, Hartman's actually got the next highest trade value. Kind of crazy to me. Obviously, we traded him away, I think, in the first year. I thought we got a pretty good return, but I just see him have more value than Lindholm. Obviously, Hughes expiring. Besser. Definitely wasn't expecting that. So offering up first off here. Again, we extended him 2 years, $5 million. Just to keep his value as he has a pending UFA. Plus, Lambos here we won't need once we trade for Hughes. Also, too, we could probably trade away Larson, a couple other guys. We're going to have a really good defense. So I'll see what the Canucks say. Value's on our side. They want both pieces. Trades rejected, but value's just a bit low. Okay, so if they know, like, Hughes is going to free agency, they're getting more here than they otherwise would. Try throwing on, like, a 4th round pick. And there we go. Okay, so Quinn Hughes, as long as we have the money, is going to be a Minnesota Wild. That's awesome. And like I was saying, guys, look at our defense after that trade. I think Faber, Hughes is going to be our top pair. Chikrin Hudson second. And then Schaefer-Willander, I think, will be the bottom pair. Schaefer's already 81. Willander should grow this summer. At which point, we have Larson and Peart here, both extra guys. So might as well try and get some value for them. And I was looking at the forward group, guys. We still have one extra, like, top 9 forward with both Hagens and Eiserman making the jump. Obviously, the guy I was looking to move was Kostadinov, but he's played so well. Assuming he doesn't ask for, like, the world. He's also a really good defensively. Can play power play, PK. I think it makes sense to keep him. Honestly, guy I'm looking to move is Artemi Panarin. 35 years old, makes him the oldest by quite a bit. He's also the highest paid, $11.5 million. Him and Kaprizov were not the duo I was hoping they'd be. Lecker Mackey's now at 89 as well, so he could be the first-line player for us. And this kind of works out perfectly. Send them back to the Rangers. They have their 9th overall pick on the block. The value's basically equal. They want Panarin. This might be a match made in heaven. Now, trades rejected. I feel like it's got to be close, though. I'd be willing to throw in, like, a second-round pick there. We have 57 and 58. And now they say yes. Okay, so 9th overall, we could actually get a pretty sick player at this spot. Stenlund, 74, medium elite. Cammy at 7. Jackson Hayes, both 80s at 6 and 5. McElroy, there's an 80 at 4. Castle's 82. Dupont does go number 2 to Florida, obviously. Battaglia, number 1 pick to the Penguins. So we'll see who's here. Scantleberry, NHL ready. Claude Giroux, similar style. So he's probably medium elite. Deneau here, we're not sure. Jackson Jacobson, I believe, is medium elite. 1 year NHL ETA, though, so he's not as high rated. But obviously, we don't need him right now. So he could be the way to go. Vasilevsky there, high top 6. I was also looking at this Markov guy. I think he'll probably be medium potential as he is NHL ready. And it's got all A's there, at least based on what our scouts have seen. Jacobson here is 4 A's, a B, and a C. It does have a bunch of X factors, where Markov only has the 1. I wonder if Markov is like, you know, a medium top 4, 75, where Jacobson, I'm pretty sure, is medium elite. And then also too, like, our defensive core is all young and like ready to go. Although in that same vein, I don't even know who Jacobson takes over for. Like, our core is kind of just locked in at this point. And you know what, guys? Markov, similar style, Markov or Vlasic. I think that's what the guys I drafted last time were. So I'm going to take a chance. Jackson, Jacobson. He's been pretty sick, I think, for Brandon. 74 high, top 6. Okay. Let's see if I messed up. Scantleberry, 81 medium elite. I did mess up. I mean, you're not going to nail every pick. Markov is 80 medium elite. Oh my goodness. Wow. Are you kidding me? Deneau's a medium elite as well. Wow, I thought Jacobson was medium elite. He was not. I mean, we didn't have any of these guys being guaranteed, but that's crazy. I have all those A scouts as well. It took till the 13th pick there to not have a medium elite. So, Deneau, I think, is also French because Montreal. That's fitting. Markov to the Flames. Scantleberry to the Senators. I mean, Jacobson's still not a bad pick, but that's pretty funny. All of our A scouts and couldn't find those 3 guys. And I still do have a late first round pick here, guys. So maybe we can make up for that one. Bakos, guaranteed BM top 4. And look at this. Similar style, Victor Hedman, also NHL ready. And then Hendricks here. Similar style, Mark Stone, also NHL ready. What the heck? Okay, so I think we're going to take one of these two. Definitely don't need a goalie, although we could probably get a medium elite goalie. 5 A's and a B compared to 4 A's, 2 B's. Again, though, I feel like we have the defenseman. I think I'd rather, you know, Hendricks here be a potential 4th line forward in the future. So he's a 76 medium top 6 compared to Bakos, 80 medium top 4. Oh my gosh.
You suck.
I just keep taking the wrong guy. But again, he literally wouldn't be in our top 6. He'd be buried in the AHL. Good for Columbus there. Are you kidding me? Still, though, looking at Hendricks, again, I think he'll actually end up being a really solid 4th line player for us. And I just into our 2nd round pick here. Wait, how did I almost miss this guy? Stu Tapper, guaranteed medium elite. I sorted by potential. Did I somehow just pass him? But okay, he's Austrian. It kind of works out perfect. We got Rossi on the team, 57 medium elite. Makes up for the 2 kind of misses we had. He'll eventually, you know, be a player. Probably just ends up getting traded. But I still can't believe Jacobson there. I thought for sure he's medium elite, and then the next 3 are. And the fact that Bakos there was 80 overall, just crazy.
What an idiot.
And next year, guys, we're trying another trade with the New York Rangers, offering up Adam Larson for a 3, 4, 5, and 6th round pick. Again, we have our top 6 defenseman for next year, assuming Wallner grows at least by 1. He's making $6.5 million. We'll give us some cap space. I have a bunch of guys pinned I'd like to take, so we'll see what the Rangers say. Trades accepted. All right, so that is awesome. Again, I wanted, you know, a bunch of picks here. We'll sim to pick 73. Not giving it a 6 and a 7 for a 3rd rounder. I think the Sharks are high. The Sharks TM, that's Mike Gree, right? I think he's high.
How high are you?
Hilbert here was actually who I wanted. Playing for Hamilton. Unknown potential, but he's a gem. And low top 663. Definitely was expecting better. And now similar to the Larson trade, guys, I'm offering up Peart here to the Vancouver Canucks for 2/3. McDonough's just there for the roster spot. Again, Peart's a solid player, but I think we have like our top 6D kind of set. So might as well move on from him and get some picks. Canucks say yes. So again, a couple of guys I've pinned that I'd like to get at those 2 spots. Kind of taking them actually a little bit early, so I'll show you guys here. I'm looking at Clarkson, the high league goalie, plus Keane, who's a guaranteed medium top 6 forward. So we'll take Clarkson first. And he is a high elite. Are you kidding me? 48 overall high elite. Let's go. Finally, we actually get a nice pick in this draft. This could have been a draft for the ages. If I took any of the other guys with our first pick, and then 2nd pick there, I got the 80 overall defenseman. Oh my goodness. All right, so just shows you, you know, I'm human. I'm not cheating or anything like that. All right, next here. I think we take Keane, even though Stumple's medium elite goalie. I believe medium top 6 forward might honestly have more value. Plus, we don't really need any more goalies at this point. Keane, they're only at 55, but still, solid pick. Now, early in the 4th round here, we actually might be able to get the goalie. Yeah, Stumple is still there. And I mean, he's definitely the best value, so we'll just take him. And we'll end up trading him for sure. Senators here want to move up around, offering us $5 million Matthew Joseph. That's a no. And so with this pick here, guys, we either go Antilla low elite or Akerlund. Could be medium top 4. I think the low elite, he's a gem, better chance. We'll go with him. And he is a low elite. Only 56 overall, but still, that was solid. And with his next pick here, guys, I think we're going back to another goalie, as he's a little bit higher ranked than Bellemare. I want to make sure we get it. He's the gem who's going to go late. So Pettersson, 54 French starter, okay. And I just traded a 6th and a 7th, guys, for Ottawa 7th, which is actually the next pick, just to make sure we do get that late gem. So Philippe Bellemare here, 48 overall, low elite enforcer. That's actually, honestly, a really cool pick. And our last pick in the draft, end of the 7th round. We'll take a chance on this Josiah Tackleson guy, Norwegian. Could be medium top 6 forward, medium bottom 6. I mean, yeah, I figured probably wasn't, but overall, I think we still had a pretty good draft. I mean, wow, I didn't realize how many picks we made, so pretty crazy considering how, you know, stacked the prospect pool already is. And again, could have been even better, but I think Jacobson will end up being a player for us. Hendricks also could as well. All right, guys, we're at the re-sign phase here. As you can see at the bottom, we have almost 30 million in cap space. I think that's how much we had last summer as well. Quinn Hughes is going to ask for 15. Yeah, 15.75. I think he's worth it, though. He literally, in this game, he's a game changer. I think, like, he should take a bit of a pay cut. I'll try 14.5. Luckily, we have the money now. I think when, you know, Hagen's, Eisman need signed, we'll probably have to trade away Chikrin, but we're going to have 3 years where they're making next to nothing. Kazadinov will qualify. What's he asking for? 9 million. Oh, man. I think 3 years. I mean, might as well do 4. Could always just trade him away. Let's see if he'll take 8.5. And after that, like, we are pretty much set. So we're losing 23 million. How about 5 million there in wiggle room? Petrangelo will not be bringing back. Schaefer, I do want to sign, be a bottom pair guy. Yurov as well, I'd like to be 4th liner. Look at that, under $1 million. He was asking for a lot more. So 4 years, actually, $1 million right on. Probably because he did drop and rain there a bit. And in regards to the goaltending situation, guys, again, Wallstedt, Zavergan there, starter and backup. Whitehead's now low elite. I believe he was actually a medium starter, so maybe that's a sign he'll keep getting better. 3 years, 850K would be kind of sick. And again, Zavergan didn't even give us 900, so I might trade him, maybe give Whitehead the backup spot. Even Daigle, if he grows, could be the backup behind Wallstedt. We got Vinny too as well coming. Ivankovic there, Allen. 2061 medium starter. Ivankovic here just so much better. I actually saw him play not too long ago. Someone mentioned how he's a real goalie. I know that. I saw him play. He was pretty good. And you're only allowed 6 goalie contracts, so we can't even sign this Allen dude. But, I mean, we'll be fine. The 2 fringe stars we also won't sign. And then we'll definitely have to trade some guys away so we can get Stumple and Clarkson signed in the future. Cousin rejected his offer. I didn't think we offered him too much less. Quinn Hughes accepted 14.5. I think the rest AHL. Schaefer though will be in NHL. But yeah, like I said, Daigle there said yes. It's mostly entry level deals. Yurov though, the 4 years at $1 million. So 15 million for Kazadinov. He wants 5. Again, I mean, if he wants 5, let's just do the 5. We can trade him if we need to, probably. Try 8.5. And he's saying no. Definitely should have signed him beginning of the year to like $6 million or whatever it was he was asking for, but that's all right. 8.75 for 4. And there we go. He said yes. Okay, so I think that works out. Both of us, we still have almost $7 million there in cap space. As for round free agency here, guys, I don't think I'll be signing anybody, but obviously, you know, never know what's available. JJ Moser did go to free agency, which Quinn Hughes would have as well. 90 overall, asking for almost 13. The Sharov guy, 94 overall, medium franchise. So we actually went first overall 2024 instead of Celebrini. That's right. What a player. You got Zegers there, RFA, Fogle, Jack Quinn, Jack Drury out 287. Okay, so some pretty good players. But again, I don't think I'm going to sign anybody unless maybe like a super good 4th liner would be about it. Take a look at goalies here. Dustin Wolf's available, 90 overall. Is an RFA though, so best free agent goalie there would be Dostal, 87. 2 ways, we don't have the contracts. Allen's actually the best one. It's our guy, so kind of funny. Forwards here, Tyler Boucher, 24.76, low top 6 forward. He could end up helping the AHL team. Look at him a league min. Dylan Holloway here actually ended up available in free agency. 25.77. Another guy, I mean, 2-year league min. See what happens. And right here, you got a 1965 low top 6 forward we could get for free. Might as well. 3-year deal there. There's a few low top 4 defensemen below him. Now, 2057 is not great. 1967, though, is pretty good. So, I'll definitely make an offer on this guy. So, just for insurance, guys, I'm going to sign Yanni Gord here. 1 year, 1.1 million. Again, I think we don't need him for the 4th line. I saw, like, I think Ostlund dropped to a 78-79. If he doesn't bounce back in the summer, I want, you know, someone to take his place. All right, guys, so Hudula here accepted our offer. Just one of the 2-way players. Same with Coltonen. He was the low top 4. Owen Tippett. We have the money. Don't have really a roster spot for him. Yanni Gord said yes. Again, insurance option. Holloway, Boucher, helping out the AHL team. Wow, look at this, guys. Edmonton Oilers offering us Ryan Nugent-Hopkins for Ostlund, Misa, and Kumpalainen. Really not asking for a lot here at all. Ostlund's a 4th liner. Misa's not even a top 5 prospect for us. Same with Kumpalainen. Nuge here's ace overall. Last year he had 60 points. Playmaker, 93 passing, 94 offensive awareness. Again, though, like, I just don't think we have a spot for him in the lineup. I would normally be all over this deal, but just doesn't make sense. And as I mentioned, guys, I'm going to trade away Zavragin. Just didn't give me good enough numbers last year as a backup. And we've obviously got a ton of goalie depth. And if the Bruins are willing to part with a third for him, I think it's 100% worth it. And yeah, they are. Okay, so great trade. And look at this Battle of Alberta trade, guys. Calgary gets Nuge a second and a sixth. Edmonton gets Rasmus Anderson in a third. That's a big-time hockey trade. All right, guys, we're now in September at the start of next season. I'm very optimistic looking at this team. But first things first, I don't know how, I totally missed the captain. Jared Spurgeon was on an expiring deal. I believe he retired because I never actually let him go in free agency. I did let go Pietrangelo, so I apologize. I think he was probably just further down the list than I scrolled, but I'll let you guys decide who should be the next captain of Minnesota Wild. Right now, I've got Faber, Kaprizov, and Eriksson all wearing A's. We could even just leave it like that and maybe wait for Hagens to wear the C, or maybe you guys want Quinn Hughes to wear a letter. Let me know in the comments below, but right here, guys, I'll show what the team looks like heading into next season. As I mentioned, I'm pretty optimistic. We are looking stacked. So first line, you got Kaprizov, Rossi, and Boldy. I think this might help a bit more, as it's the perfect trio of player types. You got a power forward, a playmaker, and a sniper. We'll see what happens. Rossi, of course, has been playing really good. Boldy on the first line now, 90 overall. Second line, Kazadinov obviously been playing great as well. You got Hagens, first overall pick coming in with Lecker who's 89. No excuses for him. Hopefully he has a chance to win that Calder Trophy. Behind him on the third line, you got Yzerman, Eriksson, and Demidov. This third line's got to be one of the best NHL. And then fourth line still Ogren, Ostlund, Yurov. I know there's 2 ice time allocation. There's roll 3 lines, which probably is good because our top 3 lines are so much better than the fourth. Defensively, I mean, we're stacked there too. Hughes, Faber, 91, 94. They're both roll top 2. That's hard to get on defense. You got Hudson, Chikrin, second pair. And then bottom pair even. Schaefer's up to an 85 his rookie season. Lander there at 82. I think on every other team in the NHL, Schaefer's definitely playing top 2. We could even have him take over Chikrin's spot. Chikrin definitely is a guy I'm going to have to trade soon. So hopefully one of those 2 high 70 defensemen we drafted last year will be ready in a year or 2. Goaltending as well. Walsa 88, Tagle 85. We are literally stacked top to bottom. Look at the AHL team. You got Riley Heidt. He grew to an 82. So much growth, probably because we got the A+ teaching on the A+ everything head coach. Turcotte's 82. Iginla there's 81. Gord's, yeah, second line AHL. It just shows you the depth. Charlie Stramel's up to an 80 now. Fourth line 4. He's actually a guy really solid defensively and physically. I mean, it could potentially call him up. Maybe take over Oslo on that fourth line. Looking at his stats there. As Ogren here, doesn't have the greatest defensive awareness, but physical, he is solid. So this is something we could do, if not this season, definitely next. You look at the rest of the AHL team, again, just all, low 80s, high 70s defensively. Pretty much all high 70s, except for Varakis here. Even the top pair gets a +3. AHL goaltending as well. 84 Whitehead starting, 81 Vinny backing him up. Vinny definitely a guy will trade, medium elite, get a good return. Even Whitehead, 84 overall, low elite. I mean, we could trade Daigle, I guess, keep White as the backup. I don't know. We got just so much depth everywhere. Too many players. We just drafted too well the first few years. Plus, Minnesota did have some good prospects to start. So, I'll show you guys our ratings now heading into next season. I feel like the defense should definitely be higher than 83 or whatever it was last season. And it is. We got 100 offense, 92 defense, 89 goaltending. So, hopefully this team can, at least make the conference final in the next season. If you guys enjoyed this episode, leave that thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet, hit the sub button down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a nice day. Goodbye.